Hello, Turnivo Lyceum, and hello, world. I'm your host, Dalva, and today we're going to be drawing from the Mystical Wisdom deck by Gay Guthrie with the art by Josephine Wall. Of course, I always stop and fixate on the art, and I forget that Gay Guthrie does the actual cards, but we're going to be drawing from this deck today. We've drawn from it before. Usually get pretty good messages. So, before we get started, let's take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in. Let it go and let it flow. So this is specifically for April, not April, I'm ahead a little bit, March 28th, 29th, and 30th. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 28th, 29th, and 30th of March. We are already in Aries season. I'm just on my mind, just kind of jumping ahead. So happy birthday to all those Aries friends and family and folks out there. I hope you have a blessed season. So, back of the cards. That's what the universe has to say to us today. Okay, that's what we have here. Feels like a weathercast, or weather forecast. So kind of almost a little bit like what we had last week, where we're being asked to do a specific thing. Like last week, it was, how can the divine work through you, and this feels like build your inner resources. So it's almost like a little bit of a theme going on. I say weather forecast, but it's similar. It's kind of like these things sort of aid and abet each other. So our first card is, I'm trying to hold these up here without a glare so you can see this gorgeous artwork. Okay, so legends, and it says learn from those who inspire you. So legends can be fictional, right? Think about your favorite fictional character or your favorite actor, actress, or movie character, or even your favorite actor or actress. It can be real life legends too, right? Like Nelson Mandela or Amelia Earhart or Joan of Arc, right? Someone who's achieved great things with impossible, like against all odds. So that's an option too. So who inspires you? Why do they inspire you? How do they handle life's challenges? How do they come up with creative solutions? And if that's something that you can use it, right? So I feel like that's sort of, what resources do you have? And this is one of them. Looking to the people that you admire, and that, again, I say people, maybe you love Lassie. That's cool too. Okay, so whoever is inspiring you, it could be nature. Like maybe you're really inspired by nature. I don't know why the Green Man just popped in my head, but there's another character, right? Learn from those who inspire you. What can you learn from them? Who are they? Why do you admire them? How do they handle challenges? And what can you take away from that? And this leads us to, oh, there we go, perfect. Intuition, and it says trust your intuition. So this is another resource that we have, right? Trusting our gut, trusting that little voice in the back of our head that tells us when something's right or when something's not right, either or. And this one feels a little bit like the one last week too, where we're sort of being asked to, like the magic card, the raven card. Is there a raven in this? No, there's wings. I don't see a raven. See hummingbirds, but no raven. But still, magic, right? And we think of it as magic because we don't have like a concrete scientific explanation for it. But how much of it's intuition? You know who's going to call before they call. You find that perfect parking space. You just know things before they happen, or you have a dream about something before it happens. Okay, those are gifts. I mean, we can work with those. We can develop that. So again, with people that you admire, and you admire them, are they using their intuition? Are they trusting their gut? Are they trusting their instincts? And how can you develop that more in yourself? How can you have more faith in yourself that you want to trust your intuition, right? And then our third card, hold that up there so you can see it. There we go. Gratitude. And it says, be grateful for all that you have. Okay, gratitude is its own kind of magic, right? Now, I don't necessarily know exactly how I feel about the law of attraction. Exactly. And I don't necessarily know it's like, oh, if you have a bad thought, bad things are going to happen to you. I think that's kind of bullshit. But I do know for a fact that if you are thankful for the things that are in your life, either you're just not missing the other stuff, or the other stuff comes, or both. Either way, you're happy where you're at with what you have. And again, that's its own kind of magic. There was a quote I read the other day, and I don't even remember the context of it, but they were talking to someone, and then they were talking about his rival, and the guy they were talking to is just like, well, let's call him Bob. Bob has blah blah blah, and Bob went and bought this, and Bob went and bought that, and it's like, what do you think about that? And he's like, well, I have something that Bob can never have, and it's like, well, what's that? And he's like, enough. I can have enough. So that's something else to kind of think about too. It's like, are your needs met? Cool. Be thankful for that. You're not being bombed right now, right? If you're more, I hope you're not being bombed right now. I say that, but what I mean, I'm very specifically speaking to my audience, probably in the United States and Europe, and I don't mean like Eastern Europe. So, but I think about that, and it's mainly because I've heard a lot of folks, neighbors and coworkers, complain gas prices are up, food prices are up. I'm like, and you're not being bombed. You go home, you sleep in a nice warm bed, and you're safe. It's not worse for us. It's so not worse for us. So gratitude, and I apologize if I sounded flipped just a minute ago. That wasn't my intention, and that's not really what I was getting to. And it's also not a be grateful because other people have it worse than you kind of thing. That also sounds, because we all have challenges. I don't want to make light of or minimize other people's challenges. And we also should think about context as well. So it's both. It's finding a balance. It's striking a balance. I'm not always as grateful as I should be. So gratitude can be its own kind of magic. So I feel like this is sort of like we're being asked to look into these internal processes right here. Admiration, who do we admire and what can we learn from that? Intuition, how can we use it more? How can we develop it? And gratitude, are we practicing that particular kind of magic, right? Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this reading, please post them below. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Again, happy spring. Welcome to Aries. It's kind of go time now, folks. So, hope everyone take good care. All right? Bye for now.